Welcome, my friends and enemies. Glad you are here. We got a bit of a quick one, hopefully. I know that doesn't mean very much coming from me, considering long form is typically my style. But thanks for being here anyway. Today we're going to jump into some news about Amazon, which you probably have already heard, but I figured I'd throw my 2 cents in. So, if you don't know, Amazon announces new round of several hundred job cuts across Prime Video, Amazon MGM Studios, and Twitch. Because that's what successful companies who have successful business ventures do. They cut employees and oh wait, they don't. They don't do that. So from Bounding into Comics, we got and continuing a year of brutal layoffs, which have swept across nearly every branch of the company, Amazon has announced that they will be undertaking yet another round of job cuts. The efforts this time around focused on their three core entertainment efforts of Amazon MGM Studios, Prime Video, and Twitch. I believe MGM Studios is the studios that they use, kind of the overarching. I could be wrong. I don't really pay attention much about their studio breakups, but I think it's the studios that deal with the minor studios underneath them that work on each of the individuals. It's like the umbrella studio, if I recall correctly, for like over like Prime Video and all that type of stuff. Prime Video itself, and then also Twitch, which, I mean, Twitch has been struggling probably because they're behaving pretty stupidly for the most part. The latest news regarding the tech conglomerate's currently shaking operational status was first revealed to each division's workforce on January 10th, courtesy of their respective executive leaders. Addressing employees of the company's screen division, which encompasses both Amazon, MGM Studios, and Prime Video, Amazon Studios Vice President Mike Hopkins informed them that in seeking to reduce or discontinue investments in certain areas while increasing our investment and focus on content and productive initiatives that deliver the most impact, he made the decision to eliminate several hundred roles across the two organizations because profiting companies remove workforce and reduce their workforce because they're profitable. Last time I checked, that is not the case. So typically you do better, you go up. So you hire more people to keep up with the profit you're just raking in because you're so successful. So it's just corporate two-face speak trying to be like, we're doing fine. Cough, cough. That's basically all it is. This is a difficult decision. Why would it be a difficult decision if you're being profitable and you're doing good? It wouldn't be a difficult decision. You wouldn't be doing it. That's not a difficult decision. And one that my leadership team and I do not take lightly. It is hard to say goodbye to talented Amazonians who've made meaningful contributions on behalf of our customers, team, and business, he added. Our prioritization of initiatives that we know will move the needle, along with our continued investments in programming, marketing, product positioning of our business for an even stronger future. Yes, people believe that. But meanwhile, in a message to his own team, which is confirmed to be losing at least 500 members, Twitch CEO Dan Clancy admitted, as you all know, we have worked hard over the last year to run our business as sustainably as possible. Have you, though? I don't think you have. Nobody believes that. I mean, we've seen your business moves. Your business moves, what's the term they use? Your business moves are bad. Bad business moves. Unfortunately, we still have work to do to right size our company, and I regret having to share that we are taking the painful step to reduce our headcount by just over 500 people across Twitch. Again, if you are profitable and you were doing good decision making, all that kind of stuff, you wouldn't have any of this. Now, on the flip side, this could be a way for Twitch to clean up the employees if they have, a certain type of employee that might be doing a particular type of activistic tendencies at work, which is causing them to lose money. If you sweep them out, it could potentially help the company, but they can't come out and say that if that's what they're doing. I'm not saying that's what they're doing, but if that's what they're trying to do, well, they're not mentioning it. This will be a very hard day, said the Amazon executive, because, Amazon executives are always having hard days. Our service exists to empower communities to create together. Every single one of you has ever played a vital role in fostering our community and furthering that mission. Corpo speak. Just fantastic. Last year, we paid out over $1 billion to streamers. How many streamers, though? Let's put it that way. Clancy ultimately detailed. So, while the Twitch business remains strong, for some time now, the organization has been sized based upon where we optimistically expect our business to be in 3 or more years, not where we're at today. As with many other companies in the tech space, we are now sizing our organization based upon the current scale of our business and conservative predictions of how we expect to grow in the future. Not liberal, I'm just saying. Play on words. Just don't worry about it. I do find it funny that, like, our current scale, we put out $1 billion to streamers, but we didn't apparently make that much, which they did. They made money. The current scale of our business the only reason you would downsize is because you're not profitable. That's the nature of the business and the nature of the beast, is that when you're doing well, you make profit, you hire people because you can't keep up with what you're doing. Like, you just have too much to do, too many hands to put something in, to get them going and move on a project, this, that, or the other. You don't have the ability to just, oh, well, we're downsizing because we're so successful. Nobody ever says that. So anytime somebody's like, well, Amazon's doing really good, Twitch is doing really good, the studios are doing great right now. They're like, the shows are just, they're chef's kiss. They're doing everything amazingly. They're not losing money. They're not, not having people. I mean, we already know this from when they did the announcements for the different pay tiers for Amazon Prime. We're like, yeah, you can do for cheaper but get ads, or you can get ads and pay a little bit more but get less ads, or you can pay a lot more and then this, that, and the other. Like, they're doing all their different tiers and stuff. It's like, you don't do that when you're being successful. But streaming is not a successful venture. The only one who might be successful would be Netflix, even though I think HBO Max is the only profitable one that's like truly profitable right now, and that's still part of a company that's overall going to be losing money. So I mean, but as for like profitable ventures, HBO Max and Netflix are basically the only ones who are going to make money, and they still make poor decisions from time to time. HBO Max doesn't make as many poor decisions, I think, as Netflix does, because Netflix just is chaotic. But even that, you aren't successful and then lose things. You are successful and you gain things. That's how that works. You might try to, the famous screw ups. Timu, man. I don't know what Timu's going on, but whatever. As noted above, unfortunately for the company, this announcement is but the latest in a long string of downsizing moves made by Amazon last year. The first such layoff effort came on January 24th, 2023, when supposedly, in light of their rising costs to serve, which might happen, but if you're pocketing your profits properly and reinvesting into the company, you don't have as much of a problem. Let's see. Amazon announced that they would be cutting 18,000 jobs across its retail and human resources department, including nearly 75% of its Comixology platform's entire staff. I don't even know what Comixology platform is, but it obviously was not doing its part and pulling its weight. And just 3 months later, the company undertook yet another workforce culling, this time to the tune of 9,000 jobs from every Amazon division. This doesn't strike me as a company that's doing well. I'm assuming Comixology is dealing in comics, but entrails, yeah. As of writing, Amazon has provided little more than corporate jargon in regards to the reasons for these cuts. Again, it's just corpo speak. It's a big nothing burger in terms of useful information, other than we're just not doing that good, but we're not going to tell you we're not doing good because we want the shareholders to be happy. However, given the divisions affected, it is hard not to read between the lines and make an informed guess that their recent such stumbles as allowing Twitch to become more receptively to essential softcore, we'll just say sexy time stuff, and the entirety of the Lord of the Rings of Power, which was not a profitable venture by any standard. And let's not forget the Wheel of Time, which is also not profitable by any standard, are finally catching up to them. So it's them doing a lot worse than they should be doing. And I don't understand why Amazon thinks that people are just going to just let this sneak by, but it's really not that easy to sneak by people who are actually paying attention. But to the people who aren't paying attention, which could be a lot of them, probably most of them, I mean the average normie in the world, they're going to just be like, I don't know what to talk about. They're doing great. It's Amazon. They're huge. They're too big to fail. Well, there's a lot of companies that are too huge to fail, and they fail on a regular basis. They just have to make it look like they're not failing, and they have to make it look good for the shareholders. So, needless to say, Amazon's not doing good. The same could go for all, obviously, Disney, Warner Bros., all of Hollywood. Basically, every major corporation is struggling right now. Maybe with the exception of like Universal. I think Universal's not doing too bad considering their parks are doing pretty good, from what I understand. By no means a park goer or a park person, but they're taking a lot of good business and becoming really good, and they're also keeping their mouths shut. That's basically what they need to do. They need to put out good content, keep their mouths shut, thank people for coming to their business. That's all they got. That's all they got to do, and they will just skyrocket up. But Universal Studios isn't necessarily the largest studio, but it is definitely a large studio. Time will only tell, but hopefully Universal will pass Disney in size, and if they manage to pull that off, maybe we'll see Hollywood steer their ship a little bit differently. But until that point, we're just going to keep seeing them try to hide everything and scuff all the different types of data points they don't want to show everybody, specifically Disney, but even Warner Bros. And everybody, they're all trying to hide their numbers because they don't want people to understand that they're not doing good. They're not healthy corporations. They're not healthy businesses. They keep making poor decision skills. Their execs don't pay attention to what goes down below. It's their fault. But needless to say, hopefully we'll see a little bit better behavior in the near future. So thank you guys for watching. Please like, share, comment, subscribe, whatever you feel we have earned at the questioners, and hopefully we'll get you some more shorter videos like this that I can pop out a little bit quicker than some of the long form, but also see what else we can come up with for the channel. So thank you everybody, and remember, my friends, walk in the light.